Alright guys, Shinigami Sam here to review Terraformars chapter 118. And I love Terraformars. Like, it's one of my favorite sorry, it's one of my favorite series. And this right now, what's happening, this is definitely the best in this series so far. This is definitely the climax of what I've read and what I've watched, because what is happening now is beautiful, and it's just the feels are mad, and it's just like the feels are mad on top of it. But we're also getting so much stuff like getting answered to us, and it's like we're getting hit from both directions. I was just like, no, I can't do this. So we find out that Michelle's dead, basically. She dies in this chapter. She's just like, go home and save Earth. And she just has a monologue to herself, like, she remembers the last time. By the way, read this chapter again. But I read this chapter again. Read it while you're listening to Terraformars OST Recollection. And that's like when, in the anime, do you know, what's her name? Ava, I think? Who was, Alex and Marcos, is that their names? Alex and Marcos' friend, the girl, and then he's like crying out because she dies. She gets the thing, like, whole shot through, and she's dying, and she like proclaims her love to Komachi. That kind of OST. And then what's his name? Is it Marcos? Marcos, he fully activates his the injection thing, and then he just fights and kills so many cockroaches, but he's crying as well. It's mad. That same OST. Listen to that OST while I was reading the chapter, and it fits perfectly. It just doubles the feels. It's mad. So we find out that Michelle just basically says that Akari's the most person he wanted to survive, because she felt sorry for him, because throughout Akari's life he's just lost and lost and lost. And she's just like crying. He's just crying, looking at her while she's dying, and that just triggers it. And when you see it, you see the little pedal, you see the eye just like bam like that, and you're like, oh snap! It's mad because I don't know. It's because at first I thought it was like, oh, he's evolving like naturally even to like a higher stage of the kind of the base he's using, like the bagworm morph, like he's become more like it, but more naturally kind of thing. But no, he's inheriting the gift that he got from his mother, and the mother is Aki, who is Komachi's friend that died 20 years ago, or like 15 years ago, and Komachi was in love with her, and it's just like, oh my gosh, I can't take this. I didn't see that coming throughout this whole time, because we knew that he was inherited a mosaic organ, meaning that he must have had a child from one of that team. Everyone was thinking was Komachi's. So technically it could still be Komachi if Komachi actually did get with Aki. But the way Komachi was talking about it, because Komachi was like, your son, he's really strong in that, Aki. He weren't really talking like our son kind of thing. So maybe it's not. But I think it is. I hope so. Because that would be awesome. Because Aki is the woman that Komachi loved. And Aki was like, saying to Komachi, because Aki wrote a letter after she died, before like her death pretty much, because she kind of knew, like, it's not like she foreseen her death, but it was like, just in case if she died, she wrote a letter to Komachi, and he was like, you'll be a great father, and like, so if I die, move on, go and get fall in love with someone else, start a family and everything like that. And like, still he hasn't moved on, because technically he's still been tied with her through his son, because he's been watching over Aki's son, which is his lover, his best friend, and all of that. So I love that, and that's really awesome. That the feels are mad in that one. I love that, because that's amazing. But we don't know the base of Aki. We don't know what she was. But we saw like you saw like, what's the word? I'm not really good with insects and anthropology. No, that's not anthropology. But what would you call them? Pincers, like scorpions kind of thing. You saw like pincers on his arm, and it reached all the way up to the ship. I can't remember what the ship was called, but that ship which looked like an octopus kind of thing, that was floating in the sky. Because the bagworm moth can only reach 10 meters, so that's not really that. But to be fair, it's kind of long, but at the same time, for like battle and that, for long range attacks, it's not really that great. But this one reached all the way up to the ship, and the ship was pretty high. I'm not saying like it's in Earth's orbit kind of high. That would be awesome. Could you imagine if like the ship was in Earth's orbit and he just reached up and just brought it? That would be mad. Seriously, we need some dense powers in Terraformars like that. Ones that can just like jump all the way up to Earth's orbit, and that would be awesome. But yeah, so it reaches up pretty high. Maybe like how helicopters fly. I'm saying that, or airplane, because that's mad. Maybe at like the above the stratosphere. That would be awesome. Because if they were above the stratosphere and this is why I love Terraformars. The feels and the action are mad. So pretty much it was just centered around Michelle and Akari. Komachi wasn't actually in it because it was kind of from the past. So Komachi always knew this. So Komachi has kept this pretty much. He was just saying it from the past when Akari was kind of like taken in the ejection kind of thing. So yeah, that's pretty much what happened in Terraformars chapter 118. Amazing chapter. I'm hyped for whenever it comes out because I think it's a monthly manga. But I can just imagine if we get a series 2, if this gets animated, you know how mad this will look. The feels will be off the charts. So tell me your thoughts in this chapter in the comments below. Are you excited for Terraformars chapter 119? Do you think Michelle's really dead? I don't even know. I really don't know if she's dead or not, or they're gonna like manage to bring her back from the brink of death. I don't know. Do you think she's dead? Well, she's obviously dead. Do you think she'll come back, or do you think she's out for the count? So pretty much, I'll see you next time in chapter 119 for Shingami Sam. Subscribe for weekly. Well, it's not even weekly. Subscribe for reviews of Terraformars, and see ya.